I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
The 2027 MotoGP closed-door test at the Brno circuit has begun to reveal a number of interesting facts. One of the biggest highlights came from new Yamaha Pramac rider TOPRAK Finállys, who experienced the combination of an 850 cubic centimeters prototype bike with Pirelli tires for the first time. The results were very positive. TOPRAK said he found the sensation very similar to the Superbike bike that has brought him success in World SBK for years. His extensive experience using Pirelli tires was a significant advantage for TOPRAK. While most MotoGP riders were still adapting to the characteristics of the new tires that will be used starting in the 2027 season, TOPRAK appeared much more comfortable from the first lap. He was able to understand the tire's behavior when entering corners, under hard braking, and even when opening the throttle on corner exit. This quick adaptation made Yamaha's motorcycle development process more effective. In the closed-door test, which took place without official timing records, Yamaha relied on only one regular rider, TOPRAK Finállys. This decision demonstrates the Iwata manufacturer's strong trust in the Turkish rider to provide input on the development direction of the 850 cubic centimeters V4 motorcycle, which is being prepared for the new 2027 MotoGP regulations. TOPRAK explained that the characteristics of Pirelli tires provide greater confidence, especially in the front of the bike. This is the feeling he has experienced for years competing in World SBK. With this confidence, he can brake deeper, achieve higher speeds when entering corners, and maintain stability when accelerating out of corners. All of these characteristics feel much more familiar compared to his previous experience using the MotoGP package with Michelin tires. For Yamaha, TOPRAK's positive comments are very encouraging news. This means that the development direction of their new V4 motorcycle is starting to show promising results. The presence of Pirelli tires also has the potential to reduce the adaptation period for TOPRAK when entering a full competitive season, as he has mastered the characteristics of these tires from his years in the World Superbike Championship. However, testing in Brno is only the first step. Yamaha will continue to develop the engine, electronics, and aerodynamics package before the bike is officially used in the 2027 season. The data TOPRAK collects from this initial test will be crucial for Yamaha engineers to refine the performance of their next-generation bike. And here's the full news. Major changes will occur in MotoGP starting in the 2027 season. Engine capacity will be reduced from 1,000 cubic centimeters to 850 cubic centimeters, while all teams will use Pirelli tires as the sole tire supplier. The combination of these two major changes has all manufacturers working hard to develop their next-generation motorcycles. Among all the riders involved in the development process, TOPRAK Finállys' name has attracted the most attention. In a private test held at the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic, Finállys was once again entrusted by Yamaha to test the 850 cubic centimeters V4 prototype motorcycle prepared for the new MotoGP regulations. The test was conducted behind closed doors, so no official lap times were released to the media. However, information emerging from the test was very positive for Yamaha. TOPRAK revealed that he immediately felt the bike's much more comfortable character when paired with Pirelli tires. In fact, he said the sensation was very similar to the World Superbike bikes he has ridden for years. This feeling gave him much more confidence from the first lap compared to his previous experience testing MotoGP bikes with Michelin tires. This statement is certainly not without reason. During his World SBK career, TOPRAK was known as one of the best riders at utilizing the characteristics of Pirelli tires. His aggressive riding style when entering corners, braking very late, and ability to maintain speed mid-corner were characteristics that were difficult for other riders to match. Therefore, when MotoGP decided to use Pirelli tires starting in 2027, many considered the decision to be an indirect advantage for TOPRAK. In his statement after the test, TOPRAK admitted that it was easier to understand the behavior of the front and rear tires. He could immediately identify the limits of tire grip under hard braking, something that had been his main strength on the track. Furthermore, the characteristics of Pirelli tires also provided a sense of stability when the bike was pushed out of corners at full power. This advantage is believed to have accelerated TOPRAK's adaptation process to MotoGP. While most MotoGP riders have to start from scratch to understand the characteristics of new tires, TOPRAK came with years of experience. He already knew how the tires performed under various track conditions, both in low temperatures and on very hot asphalt. For Yamaha, TOPRAK's input was crucial. The Iwata-based manufacturer is developing a completely new motorcycle. Not only has the engine capacity been increased to 850 cubic centimeters, but Yamaha has also developed a V4 engine, a departure from the inline-4 that has been their trademark in MotoGP for decades. The switch to a V4 engine is one of Yamaha's biggest projects in decades. The new engine is expected to deliver improved acceleration, stronger corner exit traction, and a more competitive top speed to compete with Ducati, KTM, and Aprilia. In this development process, Yamaha needs a rider capable of providing detailed feedback on the bike's behavior. TOPRAK is considered to possess this ability, as he is known for his sensitivity to small changes in the bike's setup. He can explain what he feels like when entering a corner, braking, and even when the bike starts to lose grip. It's no surprise that Yamaha has placed great trust in him, allowing him to continue participating in various closed-door testing sessions. The data gathered from each round will serve as the basis for engineers to refine the bike before official homologation for the 2027 season. In addition to the new engine, Yamaha is also continuing to develop the bike's aerodynamics, electronics, braking system, and weight distribution. All of these components must work harmoniously with the characteristics of the Pirelli tires that will be used by all MotoGP participants. TOPRAK himself admitted that there is still much work to be done. According to him, the bike has shown good progress, but there are still several areas that need improvement to truly compete for wins when the new regulations come into effect. Nevertheless, a positive first impression is an important asset for Yamaha. The feeling TOPRAK experienced shows that the bike's development direction is on the right track. Not only is it fast in a single lap, but it also gives riders the confidence to push the bike to its maximum limits. Many MotoGP observers are even beginning to predict that the combination of TOPRAK Razgatlioglu, Yamaha's 850 cubic centimeters V4 engine, and Pirelli tires could be one of the most attractive packages in the new era of MotoGP. If the development process goes according to plan, Yamaha is poised to. Yamaha has returned to challenge for the world title after struggling to compete with Ducati for several seasons. Attention now turns to the upcoming tests. Each test will be an opportunity for Yamaha to further refine the bike's performance, while TOPRAK will continue to provide valuable data that could be key to the Japanese manufacturer's revival. The 850 cubic centimeters MotoGP era hasn't even begun yet. However, from the initial test results in Brno, one message is already clear. TOPRAK Razgatlioglu feels like he's riding a superbike again when riding the Pirelli-tired 850 cubic centimeters MotoGP bike. If that feeling continues to translate into competitive performance on the racetrack, Yamaha could be one of the teams best prepared for the major MotoGP revolution in the 2027 season.